Good morning, and good morning. Here we are. It's on a Friday. The week is just about over. Now, if you have to work today, it's going to be later on. For me, it's after this session. I'm done. I'm going to try to take care of myself. But today, it's supposed to rain. And I look back through all of my different sessions on the words that I've done, and RAiN was like, I did it almost like 3 years ago. And I said, you know what? I have to get back to something simple as the rain. What does the rain kind of do for me, for you? What does rain do? For some people, it may be interrupting their plans. Other people, it may be times in which they just could go to sleep. Other people, it may be just a quiet time. Maybe playing games with your friends, cards or board games of some sort. But the rain to me has always been significant. Always. I've always had something that I could find myself and make myself busy with during a period of rain. And I love it. I love the rain. So I found a few statements that women have made. Now, so just to let you know, I know it's Women's Month, the International Women's Month, but I also have some information from a few men. So we're gonna make it even Steven today. First, I'm going to read a few poems that women have stated about rain. The rain. What does the rain do for people? And this is what some of these famous people or not so famous people have said. It said, this person says, and her name is Emily Logan Deasons. It says, rain showers my spirit and waters my soul. That's good. That's good. Um, Another person, Elizabeth Jane Howard, said, a rainy day is like a lovely gift. You can sleep late and not feel guilty. That's good. That's very, very good. Because sometimes a rainy day is just that. It's just a rainy day. And you don't feel guilty because when you get up late, it may still be dark. It may be raining hard, whatever. You just let it go. Um, Amy Miles says a rainy day is a special gift to readers. All right, readers. I'm one of those people. I love to read. So that would be good. The next one says, and this one is a funny one by Mae West. She says, save a boyfriend for a rainy day and another in case it doesn't rain. That's Mae West's version. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Joan. I'm being funny this morning. I was telling them that rainy days, for some of us, we're readers, we might be poets, we might be, you know, fiction writers or whatever kind of writing that we do, or we might be just, what they say, lifetime watchers, all day long, lifetime movies. Because I have a couple of friends, they said, girl, I can't wait till it rains and ain't nobody calling on me. I'm going to be up in my room or sitting in a chair and with my feet up and a cup of tea, and I'll be watching the suspense of what's going on with Lifetime, because it's such a big thing. But good morning, good morning. So anyway, I'm going to do Mae West again because it said, Mae West says, save a boyfriend for a rainy day and another in case it doesn't rain. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. I don't know about that right there. But anyway, but I like this one. And this is according to Rumi. It says, raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. And I even wrote a follow-up statement to that. It says that words are powerful. His statement is powerful, and words have power over fighting. We can do much better if we just, speak sensibly to each other, respectfully. Everybody has an opinion. I think we were talking about that earlier in the week. An opinion is an opinion, where you might have a decision that's made for others, but it may not be your own personal choice. So therefore you have an opinion on something. So it is what it is. But I also have a long one from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and a longer one. It's not that long. It says, "The day is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. The vine still clings to the moldering wall, but at every gust, the dead leaves fall, and the day is dark and dreary. My life is cold and dark and dreary. It rains, and the wind is never weary. My thoughts still cling to the moldering past, but the hopes of youth fall thick in the blast, and the days are dark and dreary. Be still, sad heart, and cease repining. Behind the clouds is the sun still shining. Thy fate is the common fate of all. Into each life some rain must fall. Some days must be dark and dreary." I mean, I think probably everybody probably has heard that poem before, and the most famous line in there, of course, is "Into each life some rain must fall." So we understand that if we live, rain has always been associated with it. Might be a little dreary out, and darkness, and maybe a chill in the air, something we associate something with the rain. And so I was asking this morning, what does rain do for you? Are you stuck over it when it rains? How do you measure up to the rain that comes? Sometimes we don't deal with it much. We just go on and find something else to do. We don't think about it. Other times it may make people sad and reminiscent about what is no longer available to them or there. But that's how rain does. Rain just sometimes comes, and it may affect us or it may not. But after a while, we learn sometimes how to deal with the rain, just like we deal with the sun. We go out in the sun, but there's other people who go out in the rain. I have a friend who loves to walk in the rain, loves to, puts on her boots and her rain hat, her rain gear, the rain. She even has the raincoat, and she likes to just go walking in the puddles. And she said that's when she thinks. She can think a lot with that. But what is rain? So rain is moisture condensed from the atmosphere that falls visibly in separate drops. It says, and so we get used to seeing it, and so it is the rainfall. It's the raindrops. It's the rainwater that comes. It's the wetness that we see. It's the sparkle that sometimes we see it make, and the drizzle. I always say it drizzles. But it also says it mizzles. There could be a rainstorm where it's just endless because it's coming so fast. It's like a sheet. It says it could be squirrely in its sense. It could be a thunderstorm, and it could be a deluge, meaning there's so much there you cannot move. Good morning, Miss Ardelia. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you doing? Today our word is rain. What do y'all do with your rain? What do you do in rain? Y'all write that, respond to that. What do you do when rain comes? Are you the reader? Are you the poet? Are you the lifetime or movie watcher? Or what are you doing when it rains? Some people just like just to be quiet. It's just a quiet time for them. But rain does come, and it's that, perspiration that we see coming out the sky. And it's precipitation. It's just there. It's there. And sometimes I used to try to just sit and watch it, to watch how fast it comes. And I would also watch it when I've seen it here at my house, where it's raining on my side of the street and the other side is dry. That, so all I can think of, well, the rain cloud must be over closer to my side of the street and not theirs. It just always interests me as that being something that's different. So we break this word down this morning, and as I said, I haven't done this word in over 3 years. So it came around again, and I said, well, it's supposed to rain today, and I said I'm going to do rain. It's short word, but it also has significant meaning for some people who know what to do with their rain. Good morning. How are you? Welcome. Good morning, Megan. So anyway, when we look at the rain, we talk about the R of everything. And the R for me My R is reflection. Let's see. Receptive. Okay, receptive. I have reflection. And it says basically it's a time when you're thinking deeply or carefully about something. Sometimes when the rain comes, that's when I might be able to get in touch with my sadness, with my loneliness, with my creativeness. There's just so many things that I find I can get into when it's raining. Good morning. Good morning, Deb. How are you? Um anyway, our word today is rain for those who just came in. Okay, retract. Okay. I'm gonna put on my other glasses because these glasses, it's not as strong to see my screen as better as these are. All right, I changed up a little bit, a little more sassy. Retract. Oh, okay. Resilience. Very good. Very good. 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 So I have reflection, and my reflection says that's my time when I can think about something. It says give great thought and go very deep on things. Consider something more than I have when the sun is out and makes me want to go outside and think less about what else I have to do. It says it could be a time for me to contemplate or to study. When I was getting my doctorate, I find that some of the times I was most productive was not only in the middle of the night, but if it was raining in the middle of the night. I could be up and working, getting it done. It says something, it's a time of my reflection when it's raining is when I can dwell on something because I'm not out and about. I'm not out in the element of the rain. I'm just having it as my backdrop in my hearing of what's going on outside. It says it's a time when I might give worry to something or resolve something or revolve around something, meaning I got more time to just think about it differently, recline, rest. All those are so good. To check out things, looking at what I need to check out. It says also to really worry about, and it says put one's attention to during that time when it's raining. Raining allows us to stop and gives us pause to whatever we might want to do or think we should do. Release, that's a great word, because how many of us have probably released during that time? Many of us, you know. For me, I am the reader, the writer, occasionally the poet. So I take my rain time to write something down. That's what I do. We move on in the word. My A, for me, my A is to assess. It's my period of time for assessment. It's where it says, and assess means to evaluate or estimate the nature of something, the ability of something that something has, or the quality of what it is I'm working with. Or it might be the quality that I'm putting in myself or not putting, or evaluating how much time I'm giving away and how much I'm keeping for myself. Those kinds of things. Affect and accept. All those are good. Yes. To accept something sometimes is tough, but sometimes we have to accept stuff if we're forced to, like in periods of rain. If we know we can't get out and go to the park and it's raining, we have to accept that. We do, and it may affect us in a certain way where we feel kind of not so well about it. The fact that we wanted to do something that our plans had to be changed because alleviate, right? And sometimes we can be alleviated from committing to things during the rain, because everybody said, well, it's raining, so therefore we don't have to do it. Especially if it's something that requires you to travel, go someplace else to do it. So that makes sense. But to me, assess is this period of where I can evaluate something. I can judge. Should I go, not go? Should I do, not do? The judge. That somebody will action, Joan. Thank you. It says that also when I can gauge things. Sometimes your clarity is in your downtime. It's not in your go time. It's your downtime. And so you might be able to gauge things better. Okay, I'm just really going to pay attention to how much money have I really put into this, and is it worth it that I continue to throw money away if it's not doing anything for me? So it says it's also during the time when you can rate things, analyze them, evaluate them in such a way that you know what you should continue to go after or stay away from. It says also this period of assessment in your downtime when it's raining. It says it's a checkout time when you can check it out, give it the measure it up. Is it working for you? Is it something I should continue to do, or I should stop doing it? So you can and it's a determination. That's what it says. And sometimes we when we're running, we can't weigh things. But when we're seated and we have time to sit and really think things out, we might find that we rate it less in some instances or higher in other instances. And so we have that time to think about it and really make a sound judgment about things and take action. There you go, Joan. Take action. Now, my I, for me, I wrote my I is how do I imply it? Imply is to indicate or suggest without being explicitly stated. You know, it implies. What does it imply for me when I have a period, when the rain comes, what does that imply to me? What else can I do with that time? But it also suggests that something, as if it's logical and it makes sense to us, we may do it. We may have a pattern or a sequence of something we can follow during that time that we're less interactive with what we want to do, what we were going to do, and what we can no longer do because the rain has taken flight. So investigate, that's great. Ignite, ooh, like how many of you can write a book? Everybody there. Everybody there has book information in them. As Lavender says, my friend Lavender Williams says, hey, don't die with a book in you, meaning no one knows the story, your story, not the story that they told about you, but your own story. I was talking to a friend not long ago, and one of the things we were talking about is how do you write a story and get it out so that what you're leaving is what you want people to know. Once you leave, everybody says, yes, she, he. But was it all that, or was that their experience with you? What do you want people to know? And that's the significance of a story. So when we imply something, that means it indicates what is suggested. It says as a logical consequence. It says, how involved are we in these rainy times? How involved do we get with what we should do versus what we're doing? And it talks about it. How meaningful is it? What is the point? When I think of things that have been implied, sometimes I have to go back to find out what's the clearness of it. How clear is it for me to continue doing something? And I don't know, for some reason, the rain gives me clarity. How about y'all? Anybody? Anybody find themselves to be real clear when it's raining and they can't do all the other, what I would call the fast-paced, required things outside your house or wherever you're at? Because every once in a while, you may be at an event and it's raining. And so what do you do during that time? And you said, nope, rain makes me lazy sometimes. That's good. That's what I was asking. What does rain make you do? And I think you're not alone with that. A lot of us get very lazy and sleepy. We can drink something hot and go on down. I can sometimes even put on the TV, get something hot to drink, cover up, and I may wake up an hour later where I actually probably needed that rest. But most of the time we don't. If the sun is out, we're probably going, because that, to me, the sun and the rain are mood changers. That's for me. When the sun is out, good morning, Miss Rosie. How are you? When the sun is out, I'm ready to go. Ready to go. When it's raining, not so much. I want to think not once, twice, but 3 times before I have to go out. And all the time, the special little things that said, I'll call somebody hey, are you still going? You want to go? and then you have to make a decision. But for me, I'm always looking at what is it imply to me, that I do something more for myself during that time, or I think about others during that time. So when I go back out and my mood or my situation has changed where I'm very happy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not happy in the rain, because rain also makes me where I'll have to deal with something for a minute, and the rain kind of lets me lower myself into a position of comfort, and I'm okay with that. Interior, yes. That's a really good word, because usually rain probably puts people to be more on the interior instead of the exterior of their houses or buildings, unless they're at work. If you're at work, you and it's raining, you just at work and it's raining, period. No other way to put it. But anyway, when we move on in the word of rain, I have, good morning, Maurice. How are you, Mo? Good to see you. Today our word is rain. Um, when we move to the end of rain, I have that it's a period of time of navigation. When we navigate, we are we are creatures of having to make a change. Even sometimes we don't want to, so we navigate. Are we, if we're going to go out in the rain, is it raining too hard for us to leave yet, or will we decide that we're not going to go all together? That's a maneuver, that's a navigation, that's a change. Or do we make it where we go, we go anyway, you know um let's see, noticeable and a nap. I'm with you on the nap. But it says to navigate is to plan and direct the route that we would take. And the route may be changed by the fact that it's raining. Okay. Um, like yesterday, it wasn't raining, but there was an accident, and I saw it. My eyes are back on where I'm seeing. My eyes back on where I'm seeing really good with it, and I could see it was about a mile up the road. I said, "Oh, I don't want to go that way, because that looked like that's going to take too long." So I rerouted myself. But of course, it's been threatening to rain between yesterday afternoon and today. It hasn't started yet, but they said do take your umbrella. So in the area I'm in, it's an umbrella day, and they're telling people to take it with them. But to navigate, the rain and the idea of the rain. Hey, baby, how are you? Hey, Diva. She called me Diva. Hi, Diva. Glad to see you, Tara. Today our word is rain, and we're talking about what do you do with your rain time? Do you go out in it? Do you stay home in it? Do you read a book? Do you write? Do you clean up? Some people are, they love it to rain, because that means they can just clean up their house and then going back out there. But anyway, for navigation, I also have to get things better and better circumstances for you. It says to give attention to. That's the time and when you can just say, look, the rain came and I'm happy. Or the rain came and I'm sad, whatever it is. It says, but we can give attention to, we can go from place to place when we navigate. And it doesn't mean that it's place to place outside your house. It could be place to place inside your house. Like I like to, when it's cold and it's rainy, I like to put on my fireplace, sit with, a book, or I might have TV on, because I do both. TV makes it sound like the house has folks in it, but anyway, I put the TV on and I read a book and get something to drink. I'm good. I'm happy. There's nothing wrong with me. Stay home and chill. That's right. Stay home and chill. Do nothing. Do you, as they say. And it says, but the navigation has us steering which way we were to go in the event of rain coming. But I take rain as the physical idea of rain, and then there's also the rain that is more of the, I would say the more in your head kind of rain, when there's a lot of things coming at you. What do you do with those kind of rainy moments when it's, the bills need to be paid, the car broke down and you didn't get enough gas in the car in the first place. It's just one thing after another. Those are also, what I call life rainy moments. What do you do with them? What do you do with those moments? And you have to say, well, you know what? Regardless, what does Henry Wadsworth Longfellow say? He says, "In every person's life, some rain must fall." So we are used to the fact that the rain, the physical rain or the rain of life will come down on us, the raining of life. And we must know how to decide how we reflect towards it or away from it, how we assess it, how what's implied by it during that period of time, and then how do we navigate it? What do we do? What did we? Not today. So it's not raining down there today where you're at, Deb, down in South Florida. Well, it's for me, if it rains, I'm still going out because I have a few things to do. Every Friday, I try to do something with my daughter, making sure she's okay, and she checks on me, so we try to do something after I finish doing my vlog. So we usually will do lunch, but if I don't want to pay, then we'll do it here. I'm just telling you the truth, She reigns in my pocket. But anyway, love her, love her, love her. And I love you guys too. I love the fact that y'all hang in there with me on my little mind excursions, going through life, having fun, determining what little things that we hit as words and their implications, what they mean for us, what they mean for you personally. I give you my version, but I'm always asking you, are you stuck? There's a reason, because some people get very stuck at so many things. We have you more, so well, we love you more, so there. Thank you. I love you too. But listen, I'll be back on Monday. If it rains this weekend where you're at, put up the umbrella, okay, and go on out in it. Maybe do some splashing. Remember when you were a little kid, when you would splash in the street? I gotta admit, sometimes I put on them rain boots. I got my rain boots right there. I go right on out and I walk right in the puddles. Okay, all the things my mama told me not to do, I do now. I'll run through the puddles and laugh about it and jump up and down just because I'm still living. I'm happy. I'm happy that I still have life and I still can do something every day, that in every effort that I try to reach other people, to just say, hey, look, I'm here. So look, what I want you all to do is hit that share button today. I see that there's 6 people. There's 6 people who showed up, and I know there's more because they always tell me, you wouldn't believe the number of people say, Doc, I hear you. Are you stuck? But I never see them. But that's because they're on the sides. They look later, or they're looking. They just don't. They're not counted as the live. They're into the live video. But anyway, I appreciate all y'all that come in live. But I'm gonna be back on Monday. Hit that share button today. Have a pleasant weekend. Walk in the rain. Love you guys. Thank you so much. See you soon. Ciao, bye.